This is the door we're going to be staining, and this is what we're matching it up to. We're going to turn this door right here into this door. And this is a blue lacquered finish. It's stained blue, it's lacquered blue, and clear coated in between. So let's get started, and I won't show you all of them as we do it, but we'll just do one, and I'll show you each little step. Hopefully we can get all that and make it interesting enough to follow along. So, welcome aboard. Let's get it going. Today we're going to be staining this door blue. We've sanded it down to 220, blown it off, wiped it off. And what I see people messing up a lot on, I think everybody has their own ways. But the way we're going to do it, there's nothing to it. All right? Too many times I see people with their brushes and their foam brushes trying to stain something. Your best bet is to stain it. You got enough stain. Usually your quart is plenty to do your little project. So how I'd recommend it is you start at the back. This is a cabinet door, and we're making this rematch. So you put it on, you kind of rub it in a little, you know, this is a maple door, so it doesn't soak up a lot like your pines and that. Hit your edges, lift it up just a little bit, keep it off your sticks, right? Work it in the grain a lot. Take a little extra. Don't be shy. See how we do it like that? And it's kind of like taking off and landing on an airplane. You just kind of go up. You don't keep the pressure the same. It's like this, up and down. Okay, nice and smooth, and give that a few seconds. Like I would leave that on 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Something like that. Eyeball it. If it dries up in a certain area, you can hit it. All right, see, that's so much easier. Nothing to it. We're just making such a big deal of everything. It's not that hard. It's really not. And we give it a nice, this kind of maple, the plywood or the veneers that it's made up on, they have two different sides. One's for the back, less quality, I guess, and the other's the front. Wipe your little junk off your sticks so they don't transfer again to the other side. There you go. That side is done. All right, now we flip it over, catch our edges, make sure they're clean. Nothing to it, back at it. No, it's dripping, right? Squeezed out. You don't want to try to put it on dry. So get it up. Let it soak it in. You want it consistent and even. This particular cabinet, we're going to go back over it with the stain and airbrush the stain back in and give it just a little darker tone and even all the cabinets out exactly. This is a pretty fancy cabinet. Now, most of them we're not spraying colored lacquers in between the coats of clear coat. So we kind of do this like you do a car, paint cars. So a little something special. Everybody likes it special. And we are the custom divisions. We do the higher end finishes. But it's basically, you know, let it sit off 10 seconds, 20 seconds, wherever it gets. You can see it about 80% dry is where I usually would let it go. This one being that I'm going to spray again on top of it. I don't need to let it go so long, maybe about 10 seconds or a bit. And I'll even it all out in here, next phase. So anyway, we just want it nice and even. And you see, I'm going over it lightly. I'm not pushing too hard. Just even. You don't like have to go with the direction of the grain. You see how I'm going sideways and that ways. But you finish up, like I'm blending that in. I got a little darker on that corner, so I can pull some of that up by rubbing it. There you go. Looks really nice. And you see where this panel is a little darker than that one? I'm going to fade that in with the stain, and you'll see me later on, and we'll blend that up so the cabinets look really pretty. It's always a good idea to flip them over, check your backs again, all right? Flip it back, check your edges real good, make sure you're not missing nothing, and then set it up and take a look at it from another angle on your carts. So I'm gonna go replace this one. All right, welcome back. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna tone this in. As you can see, this is about our pattern here. But let's say this is your normal door. You have some highlights, some lows and darks, just naturally in the wood. But when you're doing, 40 doors and they're all touching each other, you really want to blend them in. So as you can see how that blended that right up, right? Now I'm controlling the air, so even though the air is moving, nothing's coming out. And I can gradually push it, I can get in close, just like an airbrush. So I have all the control. So even though it looks like I am just constantly spraying, I'm really not. So that's part of it. Don't get over, sorry about my head in the picture sometimes. Yeah. So I call this, this is a touch-up gun. Yes, they range in quality. For what most people need, they don't need much. If you're a professional, you know what you need. You don't buy junk, right? If you're gonna have throwaway stuff, you throw it away. That's kind of the idea. But on this case, so I'm gonna hit this like that. See how it's kind of blending all in there, looking more uniform. I'm gonna go check it on the other side, check my edges, shoot it a little bit on this side. You'll be surprised at how color lays out, even if if I put it all at the same temperature or at the same angle, it would shine different when it was wet, because this is all going to get re-wet. This is just a very light coat, just to even it up. Okay, that's where your artistic eye comes in, right? That's what you do. All right, that's how you do it. That's how we do it. Nothing to it when we do it. Yeah, you may struggle a little bit, but that's whatever, everybody. Okay, looking good, man. I'm liking it. Now I'll lay this up with all the others when they're all done. We'll set them up next to each other and make sure and readjust everything perfectly. So stay with us. We'll put a clear coat on here and we'll be back. Thanks for watching. This is fun. Hope you're learning something. It's all right, man. It's all right. All right, YouTubers. Let's, how you guys doing? All right, we're going to put our lacquer coats on here right now. I do have a professional outfit. Please wear your masks. We're going to spray the edges first. This is the stain has been sealed over. We've got it all toned in nicely. So bear with us and we will seal this up and we'll get on to the next phase. And I'll seal this side first and I'll flip it over and do the backs. I won't show you the back side. I think it's just a waste of time again. So if you're interested, we have more options. There you go. Let that set up. Nothing to it. We'll get on to the next phase. The next one we'll be doing a blue toned lacquer, and that'll help give it some more actual depth, and we'll take it from there. All right, see you then. Thanks for watching. All right, now what we're gonna do here, now we're doing the sanding and the scratch padding. This is our door now that it's been stained, toned, and lacquer coated. This is what the back looks like. So without the toning, this is the way it would look with the extra attention, right? You see the color changes. It's not a lot more even. So anyways, this is how we do it. We're running 320 sandpaper fold it in your thirds. And this is a scratch pad, and it's about a 220 grit, but it's all comparison. So this is how we sand it. We get all the little nibs off of it and get it laid down pretty flat. Right, make sure there's no imperfections. Okay, then we go back with this pad, and this gets out any other light scratches that the sandpaper just made. Okay, and we're gonna sand your edges. Okay, being mindful not to burn through the sides of them. All right, flip it over. Do it again. You want to make sure you carry off over the sides, but you don't want to burn your edges off, right? I mean, you still got just a thin layer, well, kind of a thicker layer, but thin layer. Now that door is done. What we would then typically do is blow it off. Take air hose, blow it all up, and give it its first little tack before we set it up in the boot. Okay. Run that out like that. Yourself, check it out. Make sure you don't got no problems. Thing looks great. All right. See you on the next one. Next coat. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to coat this in a blue lacquer. And give it a whole nother depth of field, and then we'll coat it again with another top coat of lacquer, but a clear coat, kind of like you do on a car. So here we go. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, welcome back here. We're back to spray this with our blue lacquer and blue tinted lacquer. So anyhow, let's get her going. Here comes the pretty part. We'll go on this one, we'll be going in both directions. We'll give it a coat this direction and then a coat this one. We've already done the edges and the backs just previously, so now we're just working on the top. So here we go. All right, there you are. Isn't that pretty, huh? Nothing to it. All right, this is another one. This is the last result. This is after we've already stained it. Now we have stained it. We've given it a little airbrush. This side, not so much. It doesn't get the airbrush standing, so you can see the difference when we flip this over. So I'm only scratch padding the edges because we really don't want to burn through. This is like the critical moment. And we'll be doing I'll blow it all off and tack it all off real good before final coat. I just didn't want to do that in this video. I think it's a waste of your time and you don't want to know. So if you're trying to make money in this, hey, we got you, man. Hey, we'll bring you to the next level, huh? That's the goal. Yeah. Let's make this better than you can do. If we can do that, then we've done our goal. And then you move on, and you be better, and then you make more money. But for now, this is it. All right, looks great. So we'll blow this off, tack this off. This gets a clear coat. Look up and down, make sure you ain't got no blemishes that you don't like. And, gosh, see beauty on the next end, huh? All right, thanks a lot. Like and subscribe if you're liking this stuff. Thank you. All right, here we go. All right, like and subscribe. All right, so anyway, this is our door. This is our finished product. This is how it turned out. Pretty nice. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you around. We'll do this again.